Here's the recycle guy. Here I am. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to let folks know what's going on in the recycling business. This mission includes a better understanding of metal pricing. Metal pricing is fixed. That's right, fixed. Rigged. And every time you send something across the scales, you better keep your eye on the scale. Because they're getting you. And I've been working on it. And you know what I got? I got paperwork. And you know what this paperwork says? Y'all rigging the price. And I'm saying it's not only just price rigging. Okay, it's an effort to put us out of business, the small guy. Oh yeah, they're not going to like me. My days are numbered when it comes to this. The recycling business has been brutal to the small guy. Not fair at all. No one's keeping an eye on it. And I'm doing a little bit of homework and I'm finding out a few things. And you know what I'm finding out? I'm finding out that actually not only are they price rigging the material and nobody's watching, they're completely eliminating an old delivery system that has been installed for years. I'm going to take you guys on a walk down the old entrepreneur trail. I'm trying to make some money here. And part of making money is understanding the market demographics. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing my homework, people. I took a look at that San Francisco law. Let's just dig that up. Yeah, let's just dig that up. Okay. And I read that law and I said to myself, that law doesn't seem to help nobody but the big guy. If you read it real clear, you'll see what I'm saying. The junk man's law. Here's what it says. Let's read it as it's written. A person may collect, buy, sell, or, let me rephrase that. Section 974.2. Collecting, buying, selling, or disposing of junk permit required. A person may collect, buy, sell, or otherwise dispose of junk within the city and county of San Francisco only if that person holds a current and valid junk dealer permit, is an authorized anyway. The point I'm trying to make on that is that law, just as is written, disenfranchises every single building owner in downtown San Francisco. And how? What it does, it says that anybody disposing of junk, so that means anybody's getting rid of a refrigerator, getting rid of a TV, however they get rid of it, they got to go down to the city, pay the junk permit fee to take it to the junk man to get rid of it. That's what they're saying, which makes absolutely no sense because the way the rule worked before, a building owner could just give it to a junk guy and then he'd take it to the junk dealer and get rid of it. But that don't work that way anymore. And the reason why it doesn't work that way anymore is because the law has been imposed that forces the consumer, the citizen, to put it in the dump, which advantages the corporation, Recology, Waste Management. And they're imposing this rule, and it's not fair. It has no fairness to the rule, to the consumer, the citizen, to the small business enterprise that has been out there hustling, cleaning up the street, picking stuff up. Now they want you to put it in the dumpster so you can get charged for them to take it to their sorting center and sort it and send it to the guy, the big guy, okay, who was caught with his hands in the till. And what I mean by his hands caught in the till, he's the guy that's buying the stolen metals, which these rules are imposed to try to stop. It wasn't so much guys like me who are out there working their butt off to get agreements to get this material. Now they want us to tell the guy who was buying the hot metals where we're getting it from, and impose a rule on us to disclose that information. And they can't tell me that that's not the way it is, because that's the way it is. Sims Metals is one of those companies that basically stole my client. Oh, I'm not gonna, when they see me coming, I'm dead. They're not gonna, I'm pretty much blackballed from here on. But somebody's got to ring a bell. And how did they take my client? Well, the state, under the state rule, e-waste rule, I have to tell the processor my client's information, phone number, address, okay? And they got my information and solicited my client, convinced my client to send it out to bid. And how am I going to bid free? I pick it up free. I've been doing it for years. And they stole my client. But that was actually several years ago. They took my client, San Francisco State. I called the state. And the director had the nerve to tell me, well, Phil, this was a situation where the big guy, took advantage of the small guy. I mean, there's not really much we can do. I'm like, oh, okay. So I took that slap in the face, and I'm back out here hustling my butt off. And then they pass a rule. Come to find out that Sims Metals knew that the city was passing that rule. Did they tell us anything about it? No. They didn't say a word to us. But then after the law passed, they had the nerve to hand us applications to go down there to the city to get the junk permit when they knew that the rule was being passed. So they didn't give us a voice in the law. They didn't want us to know. And how would I know that they didn't want us to know? I looked at the city online viewing of the hearing on the junk dealers law. And guess what I found out? I sat there and was watching the hearing, and I said, wait a minute, hold on. There's nobody there. There's nobody there opposing this rule. There's no voice. And isn't that what the antitrust laws were for? Was to protect the small guy?